College football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the Texas Longhorns and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Inside Williams-Brice Stadium for South Carolina, the Sandstorm team entrance is electric. The fans make this one of the most special venues in sports. Loud, proud, and rocking. That iconic entrance is one you've got to appreciate. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Longhorns headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. Well, that'll give them good field position as he kicks it out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Anderson. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
They'll start on the ground with Brown. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Got it in the middle, it's Brown. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Quick release on the RPO. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line, and they stop him and knock him out of bounds.
On a big third down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
How about that athleticism by the tight end, stretching out and diving to haul that pass in. Great play.
Might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. With the catch, it's Harbor. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Here's Manning to throw. The sure hands, it's Wingo. Breaks free and he might be gone. Inside the touchdown, Longhorns! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Here's Sellers to throw. Looking to scramble. Had to throw it before he wanted. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Man, really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Finds space on the right. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use the timeout instead. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll go right back to him. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down because the RPO game's been a problem.
Using his feet. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one after their own 37.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Opening play of the drive from the 39. Arch Madness. Looking to the big tight end. Grabbed in the middle. It's Townsend. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll give it to Brown. To the 15. Got enough space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. And you saw it right there.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Motion from the back. On the snap, it's Sellers. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Last run didn't get much. Ball's at their own 26. Here's 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Clark. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hunt. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Throwing Sellers. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback.
Takes it the other way. The 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Texas.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. And this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Here he comes. This is a gamble. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20. Catches it cleanly at the 20. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's Arch to throw. Moving out of the pocket. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. He tries to take the top off. Goes high to pull it in. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Got his man. Touchdown, Texas. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And he's going to try to return this one. He'll be out of bounds short of the 25 at the 22-yard line. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, David.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together, get some good mojo going.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Sellers. Throws to the wideout. Snagged on the outside. It's Harbor. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
And I like you got the first down of the drive, so maybe you can build on this now. I would play with...
Looking for a huge play. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And I feel like that was predetermined. They told him in the huddle, man, chuck that thing down the field. Like, haven't run the ball well, haven't thrown it well. They haven't really gotten started off on the right foot in this football game. Looks like they're still searching for answers, for something that they can get some momentum going.
Kill. 886 bouncer. 886 bouncer.
Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And just some general sloppiness from the offense with a false start will back them up 5 at 2nd and long. Here's Sellers to throw. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, you never even dream about this kind of start if you're a quarterback. That now his 4th interception in the first half, and he's just not been able to shake this. Bad decision-making. Fundamentally, he's just been off. This offense has never been able to find a rhythm, and I know this is a very talented player, but if you're the head coach at this point, you've got to consider benching this guy.
Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. On 1st and 10 from the 38. And run it out of the gun with Brown.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
On the run, still looking. He'll try to do it himself. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
Well, he hasn't called his own number very often in this game. That actually is the first time he's taken off and scrambled, but it was a really good decision. He's been killing this defense through the air. You've seen the arm talent, you've seen the accuracy. That time, really nice decision to tuck it and get what he can get. He's got this defense on their heels.
It's on target and complete. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12.
And they're featuring this guy all day long. Now he's over 150 yards. Great job by the offense. This is a matchup. I'm going to take advantage. He's taking advantage of it all game long.
Oh, they're after him. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Pressure coming. And they got it.
And that's what this defense needs to get going. You've given up a bunch of touchdowns. You haven't been great early, but now you finally get some pressure, get the quarterback to the ground. Now maybe start turning this defense around.
After that sack, the offensive line better get its stuff together. Stuff, you know what I mean by stuff. 3rd down. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Never a doubt. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Sellers. Quarterback adapting. Trying to escape and get it himself.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like knowing guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. That's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. And the Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Escapes the pressure going right. Zips it out to his man. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Yeah, and the quarterback didn't have a chance. I mean, when you get to the QB that fast, Jesse, you're still processing information, for goodness sakes.
And you're getting to the sideline whenever this drive is over, and you're asking for help from your offensive coordinator. You're asking, hey, can we slide our offensive line and help out blocking this guy? Can I get it tight end?
He'll loft one deep down the left side. A 50-50 ball, and he comes down with it. What a tremendous contested catch. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports desk. We begin with Texas Tech taking on the number 19 team, the Cincinnati Bearcats. And it's the Red Raiders coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet. But brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten.
And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Reads it, fires complete. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Lots of running room. The 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorns! Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Sellers. Pocket breaking down. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Fires to the wideout. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. from a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game. And someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Again, it's Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. To throw, Manning. Looking down the middle. Found the spot in the defense. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
He breaks a tackle. There's a little room there. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. A first down for the offense. Takes the handoff. It's Clark. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Now facing a third and long. With the draw, it's Clark. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that fit.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Sellers to throw for it on fourth. Takes a hit as he fires. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
And listen, obviously, you know, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Be curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. One drive is already ended with a field goal. They'll try to do it again, this time a rather long one from 46 yards out.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here's Sellers to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Makes a catch right in the middle of a danger zone. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Texas! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And what a job in coverage by the defense. First, the defender able to get his hand on the ball and tip that up into the air. It lands right into his buddy's hands. He has the convoy, and it is off to the races.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Final play of the quarter coming. On the direct snap, it's Sellers. Nice move to keep running. Got enough for the 1st. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. So 1st down will open up the final period. Quarterback will keep it. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. Calls his own number. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. It's complete to the left. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Throwing, Sellers. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And, guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive. And I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do because this passing attack has not been great.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Complete out of the backfield, and the ball slipped out. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And the only time it's okay to stretch the ball out and fumble the football is on 4th down and short. It's on 4th down and goal when you have to lay out and you have to reach that football. You could tell he was trying to maybe reach that football, coughed it up. Defense forces the fumble, gets the stop on 4th down.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Arch is going to throw for it. Here's the pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling them.
He lobs one high down the left side. Leaping grab for a big gain. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the 4th quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10.
95-96 Prince. 95-96 Prince. Here we go. Ready? Here we go.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Wingo. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. And here he comes out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Sellers. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. 4th down, Sellers fires to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose.
He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Here he comes. This is a gamble. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Sellers on the play action. Throws to the tight end. On target to the left. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Here's Sellers to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Pucks it out of the air. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down.
Yeah, and no nonsense. I like it when you get downhill. You know exactly where the sticks are. I'm not trying to get a 20 or 30-yard gain. I got to get that 1st down. 3rd and 2, I'm going to be physical. Nice job by that running back.
The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for space to the left. Tried to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
It's a seam wide open. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together.
And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Throwing Manning. Going to take a shot at this DB. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He's got it along the sideline. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to